As you all know, I am an avid ROG fan. But what else do I love besides ROG? It's flexing the latest barring in the market that you all can't get. So what am I flexing today besides ROG, you ask? Well, it's the latest Intel 12th Gen chips, of course. As you may probably know by now, Intel released their new line of Alder Lake processors, also known as the 12th Gen chips. This PC is powered by the latest and one of the most sought-after chips in the market, the Intel i9-12900K processor. Are you jealous yet? Well, you should be, because this processor has 12 cores, 20 threads, a base clock of 3.6 GHz, and a turbo frequency of up to 5 GHz to ease our experience, may it be for working or playing. The most prominent feature is the Thread Director, which utilizes the latest chip, which has two integrated cores, one being performance core and the other being efficient cores. Both are useful, but each of them has their own specific job. The performance core handles all the hardcore things like gaming, editing, so on and so forth, while the efficient core handles the lighter end of things like refreshing emails and checking for software updates. It's made this way to ensure that you don't overwork your processor, which provides a buttery smooth performance in return. Since we have gone through the latest Intel chip, it's time to go over the motherboard you will be placing your latest baby in. But wait, did you know that Intel changes their processor socket roughly every 2 generations or so? Since it's a 12th Gen chip, you gotta fit it where it fits, right? This is the latest ROG Maximus Z690 Hero motherboard, and it's perfect for the job. This time, the LGA 1200 socket is replaced by an all-new LGA 1700 socket with an additional 500 pins, making this motherboard better than ever. Let us first go through the design of it. The ROG Maximus Z690 Hero has a black and gray build and an Aura Sync-compatible ROG Bling Bling logo on the chipset heatsink. The heatsink also has a new animated polymer lighting display on the I/O cover, as well as a dual-layered lighting design. The design screams pretty and classy, but what about the specs it comes with? Well, this board features a 20+1 peak power stage rated for 90 amps, and if we compare it to the previous Z590, this one offers support for up to 5 M.2 drivers, 2 PCIe 5.0 slots, and 1 PCIe 4.0 slot.
Ross, why got 2 PCIe?
Well, the PCIe 5.0 is the latest generation of PCIe, and I am in love because it has an insanely faster transfer speed compared to the PCIe 4.0. Another great addition that ROG has come up with is the Q-latch to hold the M.2 drivers in place, meaning you really don't need screws anymore. I fancy a smart invention like me. To ease swapping PCIes, the slot closest to the CPU is now connected to a Q-release button to easily release an inserted PCIe card. This motherboard also comes with 4 dual-channel RAM slots for your new and improved memory, the DDR5 babies. And of course, what's me flexing if I don't use the latest barang? This PC here is equipped with the Kingston DDR5 5200 MHz memory. When choosing a motherboard, another thing we all consider is, does it have enough ports for all of our needs? Well, this motherboard comes with 2 Thunderbolt 4 USB Type-C ports, 6 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A ports, and a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port, as well as 2 USB 2.0 Type-A ports, 1 HDMI 2.1 port, an Ethernet port, 1 optical SPDIF out port, and 5 audio jacks. Since we have a strong and most sought-after processor and motherboard, we of course need a graphics card that can be as strong, right? Well, lucky for me, I have one that can do the job. You have or not? Don't have, right? The TUF Gaming RTX 3080 comes with NVIDIA's Enquiries streaming multiprocessors, which are the building blocks for the world's fastest and most effective GPUs. This allows it to support features like DLSS, ray tracing, and NVIDIA Reflex to amplify your gameplay, because of how it can make everything look ultra-realistic. Catch me at the top of the leaderboard, boys! As you all know, high specs will come with great power. But in order to tame that power, we need to ensure it doesn't overheat. The ROG Ryujin 2 360 is the latest cooler ROG has, and it's an all-in-one cooler that delivers ultimate thermal performance featuring a 7th generation Aztec pump, Noctua industrial PPC radiator fans, and an embedded fan for the CPU socket area, which then uses both water and air to provide your PC with an incredible cooling capability. See new, see nice, baila, what else? Oh my goodness. And you must be wondering, bros, how are we gonna fire all of this up? Well, of course, we are gonna use the ROG Thor 1200W, because how else are we gonna complete this build, right? Just like our ROG Ryujin 2360, it has a display down here that shows us the power drawn at all times, making this PC not only Bangsawan level but also really high-tech. Aside from the display, this power supply is a certified 80+ premium, as it's built with 100% Japanese capacitors and other premium components to ensure efficient operation that can guarantee 89% efficiency at 100% load, allowing it to produce less heat and even lesser fan noise, making this the Bangsawan PC of your dreams. An ROG build wouldn't be complete without an ROG case. And that is why our PC is housed in the ROG Strix Helios casing, which accommodates up to EATX motherboards. The ROG Helios is a casing made for showcase builds, so it features 3 tempered glass panels, a refined aluminum frame, and an integrated front panel RGB lighting. Now, if you're wondering what this is on the top, well, it is the case handle so you can carry it comfortably to and fro places. The ROG Delta S is super comfortable and lightweight at only 300 grams. It comes with D-shaped cushions for better ergonomic airflow, so you don't get a headache from long gaming sessions. Comfort-wise, it's a solid 10, and performance is also a 10 because it is master quality authenticated, meaning the audio you hear is crystal clear from teammates raging to the footsteps of your enemy. The keyboard I'm using is the ROG Claymore 2, and it's my first choice. Why? Because it can be used as an 80% keyboard as well as a 100% keyboard. Fun, right? You can also attach the numpad on either side of the keyboard. It all depends on your preference. Oh, and it's a wireless keyboard, so lesser table clutter and bringing this along with you everywhere is super easy. What's a setup without a mouse and a mousepad? Right or not? This mouse is the ROG Gladius 2 wireless mouse, and you can choose from 3 connectivity options like Bluetooth, wireless 2.4 GHz, and wired. Lesser stress and more space for you to flick your mouse. Specs-wise, it comes with a 19,000 dpi, 400 IPS sensor, and a max acceleration of 50G. Mousepad time. Probably the easiest to get dirty if you choose the wrong one. My go-to is always the ROG Scabot 2 because of the nanoprotective coating it has that repels dust, oil, and water. So eating or accidentally spilling something is never gonna be a big issue. Did you enjoy watching the Bangsawan rig of my dreams? And did you drool over the parts like I did while making this video? Before we end the video, enjoy some benchmarks to chuchimate and may the numbers convince you to get it. It's Rose signing off. Bye-bye! Click the links in the description to find out more about the products I mentioned, and don't forget to check out your cart. Bye-bye!